say welcome to Jim. I almost said gin and tonic. Welcome to Jim and tonic. Good Lord. Welcome to Jim and tonic.
Maybe no more drinks for you.
Episode 4, not just today.
Episode 4.
It may seem like 4 today.
Oh God. Okay. So we're gonna talk about our respective workout routines, like what each of us individually does to stay fit. And I think Jairo should go first because
we don't know.
Because we don't really know what it is.
I don't even know what it is.
I see what
Well,
you
and
do.
calisthenics interests me so much because it's like the thing I know least about, you know?
I'm probably the only trainer that sees you work out because it's so fucking early.
Because it's early.
Oh, it's early. Usually very early.
Yeah.
I'm so inconsistent
I
nowadays.
see you a little bit too, but not...
Well...
Because I know you've dabbled in running and you've dabbled in all these things,
I've dabbled
you know?
in everything. When I'm on it, I was always, every 3 or 4 months I switch it up, whether it's a strength phase and I just hit my barbells and get my numbers up, or I do a little bit of hypertrophy, or I run, trail running. I feel like this last 3 years of my life, 4 years of my life, I've done so many different things.
Okay.
I enjoy a little bit of everything. My kind of default is my calisthenics. I want to get my powers back. Mm-hmm. So whatever it takes to get my muscle ups, my handstand push-ups, my flags, I want to keep those and incorporate my barbell movements, get back to my squat, deadlift, and overhead presses. Okay. Those are really the only barbell movements that I care about. But the road to getting my other bodyweight powers back, it's long. So I've neglected my mobility and my flexibility so much that it's just plugging in, back in. So opening up my shoulders, fixing my issues like I've been so inconsistent that when I feel great and I go hard at it, I get injured.
Yeah. So
lately, for the last few months, I've been plugging back in on my mobility, stretching, core movements, core strengthening. I'm working on my flags, on my muscle ups, on my handstands. So I've been spending a little bit more time on that. So I haven't been lifting heavy at all. Okay. I squatted for the first time in months on Friday.
How did that go?
Horrible. It felt great.
Were you just so sore the next day?
I'm so sore right now.
What's the weight and rep counts?
205 for 4 sets of 8.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It felt good because I had a nice stretching session on Thursday. So mobility wise, it felt good. It didn't hurt. Good. It just felt heavy. Like, oh my God, it's only 205 and I'm
well, that's not only. It's heavy.
Yeah.
So it was
especially
day one.
For taking that much time off.
Months. So it was day one, and I'm still feeling it right now. But it's like, okay, that's all I needed to do. Break it, and that's it. Okay, the bar is there. It felt good. Let's keep it going. So I'll do it again tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay.
So that's it. I'm just honestly right now trying to plug back in. If I can get a couple sessions of jumping rope per week, a couple hours of training handstands and opening my shoulders, and some hip mobility stuff, I'll be happy.
Cool.
And it's like slowly plugging in. I'm starting to eat better. I'm starting to sleep better. I went through a phase there where I was just I threw the towel.
Just because of the kids and like just
life.
Yeah,
just life. And then I got sick back to back. I had the flu, and then sinus infection. You were so sick for so many weeks. I feel like it's always something, man. And I pick up steam, and it's like this is it. And then week 2, bam, sick. Something happens. I get sick, and it just brings me down so much. It's like fuck this, man. I'm gonna get high. Eat, stay up till 2 a.m, multiple nights in a row.
And then go into work at what, 5? Like how do you
4 or 5?
Oh my God.
It's no good. It's
can't.
no good. So
I don't know how, I don't know.
So I'm okay, dude. That's it. You had your fun. It's done. Let's go. I'm kind of tired of feeling like shit.
Yeah.
Tired of feeling like shit.
Fair. Yeah.
I can take it for so long. It's like I'm tired of it, man. Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
And just 2 weeks in of eating better, sleeping better, drinking more water. I'm starting to feel excited again.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
It's like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to do this more. that's where I'm at right now. It's nothing consistent. It's nothing specific. I'm not tracking anything. The goal is just move, sleep, eat, drink water, and move. That's the goal right now. That's where I'm at.
That's such a good, I think so good for our listeners to hear too. It's like sometimes that's all you can do.
And I appreciate
just make it a priority to move. Right?
I appreciate when my clients
can be different every day.
Tell me, you look great. Nothing's changed. Like, thank you, but I know my body, and maybe the negative talk is like I talk shit to myself a little bit too much sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like I think I'm doing good. Things are good. Let's just start. Let's just start.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's go. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
Just moving forward. That's it. Simple. So yeah, I'll be happy if I can train my handstands, jump rope, put a little bit of weight on the bar, and stretch.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
I'm happy with that right now.
Robbie, what about you?
Mine's pretty regimented.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
It's very strict. The numbers are.
Yeah, I don't
numbers,
know.
rep counts. I know all of it.
I know this
Yeah.
man.
Cool.
This man.
Where
So
do you
we're all
record?
different.
Where do you record it all on your phone or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do. I'm not obsessive with it, but I do. I wouldn't say I'm overboard, but I am very meticulous.
Yeah.
So I open my notes and I have categories for how much water I drink, how much sleep I get,
Damn.
how many calories I eat, how many calories I burn.
Do you use an app?
Yeah, so I use my FitnessPal to track my food.
Okay.
I use Apple Fitness.
Okay.
So my watch to track my calories and my
Okay.
workouts. And then I use notes to write everything down.
Okay.
I do 7 lifts per week for strength, and those lifts are 30 minutes each, between 25 and 30 minutes each.
Okay.
And they are only for strength.
Okay.
I do 3 squats, front squat, back squat, overhead squat. I clean, I deadlift, I strict press, and I bench press.
Cool.
Those are my strength. So I use the Wendler program.
Okay. Tell us about that.
The Wendler program is 5-3-1, all based on percentages. I like the Wendler because I'm busy, and I recommend the Wendler to most of my clients just because I think there's better strength programs than the Wendler, obviously. And Jairo knows this too because Jairo works with power lifters competing.
Right.
And he does not prescribe the Wendler because you need more. The Wendler is very basic.
Yeah.
And it's for people like me that can improve strength gradually over time. Like if you're trying to compete for powerlifting, you're doing way more than just.
I think it depends on the athlete too. If it's a newbie, I think the basics are perfect.
Yeah.
3 days a week, 4 days a week, upper, lower, perfect. But if it's somebody more advanced, then you need to kind of
Dial it in, get more.
Yeah, get more. But
So like Ryan and I know we haven't seen Robert in a while, but Robert, I know they generally tend to use the nippers.
Yeah. It's
And that's a lot of volume. So for strength, they're doing long lifts, 2-3 hour lifts.
Yeah.
So
Ryan's in there forever.
Mine's in there forever.
he's
So for me,
texting
I
a
don't.
lot.
Yes.
He what?
He's texting a lot.
He plays his games.
He's playing
Classic
Playing
Clans.
I don't know which ones they are, but
Yeah. But so mine are I bench once a week, squat once a week, back squat. I do those once a week for strength, and then I'm doing them multiple times throughout the week for hypertrophy and for my HIIT. So I do those 7 lifts. That's 3.5 hours of lifting. I do 2 Metcon style HIIT group HIIT classes. Those are I blend 6 elements: push, pull, legs, hinge, core, cardio. So I do those 6 things. I generally tend to do 3 rounds of each movement pattern. So I do that twice a week. I do yoga sculpt at least 2 times a week, at least recently for the past few months. I do yoga sculpt 2, sometimes 3 times a week. And in between that, I try to get hypertrophy as the goal.
How many calories and hours of sleep to sustain all this activity?
Yeah, so I'm burning between 35 and 4,000 calories a day. So I'm trying to eat between 3,500 and 4,000 calories a day. Some weeks I maintain. I used to be in 2023, I was obsessive about gaining weight in powerlifting. So I put on.
You did gain weight.
Oh yeah, I got up to 212, close to 215. But it became that became obsessive to me, and I felt like it was ruining my relationship with my kids. I was dating Sunny at the time. I felt like it was ruining our relationship.
Really?
Yeah, because I needed to hit my numbers. I needed to, like, it became everything.
Takes over your
So
life.
did you feel like you were sacrificing, like, going out to dinner or like?
Oh, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was to the point where if I, like, let's say I needed to pull 405 8 times. If I pulled it 7 times and missed one, it would ruin my weekend. I was ruined. So 2024, I had to let that go, and it's crazy. I lost 20 pounds in probably 2 months. I mean, it went fast. And it's funny because when people comment to me about my physique, they say things polite to me, and I know that they're meaning it in a, but they're always like, oh man, you look lean, bro.
I know, and I've noticed, and I try to catch myself because I do that too to you, and I'm like, and after I say it, I'm like, shit, I wasn't supposed to say that to him.
Yeah,
I know he hates that.
Yeah, because
but I do mean it as a compliment.
I know everybody does. They're telling me that.
Like, you look
good.
So shredded, like.
But I'm like,
I know.
To me, I feel like you just called me skinny. Right?
Yeah, that's the word. Don't say the S word.
Yeah.
Don't say the S word.
Because it is hard. I had to.
Because women are so different from men. Because
Yeah.
all I want to hear, it's all I want to
Yes.
hear. But like for you, you're like, I don't want to hear that.
It was a hard pill to swallow that I had to let that go.
Yeah.
So I've let it go. I'm still. So 2024, I lost a lot of strength. Like my deadlift, I dropped like 50 pounds in my deadlift. My squat dropped like 100 pounds. I'm not joking.
Wow, it goes so fast.
Yeah. So now I'm building it back up through my bench press has never recovered. Oh, it's never recovered.
What was your top?
My max is 275, and I don't even know if I can push it. I'm still training right now to get that up, and I don't know if I can push 275 right now. It'd be a challenge.
That's been my max ever.
Just to get that
3
up.
years ago. Not that.
But it is to get there. You have to put weight on, and anybody that tells like you can get strong, but you're gonna get to a point until you put weight on.
100%. 100%.
But I let that go in 2024, and then this year, my goal was to get more mobile, get my cardio up, because like I go run with you, and it murders me.
Yeah.
It just murders me. So that's another thing I try to get on. When you're doing them, I try to get on Wednesdays and do the run club. And then in April we start Red Rocks, so I do that for like 6 months, 5 or 6 months. I do Red Rocks, so I'm doing HIIT workouts there. So that's basically what it is. I've had success before. Some of my favorite programs were push-pull legs, and that's all I did was push-pull legs, push-pull legs, push, one day pull, one day legs, and just do that over and over and over again. I've generally always done 2-a-days, generally.
Okay.
Mine are different because I know, you may be hearing this and saying like, oh my God, you're working 2 hours a day. I generally try to keep my workouts to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's how I stay, and I brag about this, I don't get hurt. And you guys have worked with me a while, like I don't get hurt.
That's true.
That's and I lift heavy, I lift all the time, I don't get hurt, and it's because I limit it to, I'm usually like 40 minutes and I'm done. I don't do the 3-hour workouts. I don't do the 60-minute straight of legs where you just blast your legs, because I believe for me is that at the end of the workout, your form is shot,
so true.
So instead of me taking 16 sets and doing them on one day, I break those 16 sets up throughout the week. So I'm doing like, I train legs every day, I train chest every day, I train back every day. Yeah. But that's pretty much it. What about you, Amy? We know a lot of what you do. A lot of it. We know you run a lot.
Yeah.
Blows my fucking mind. When you say this, they're like, oh yeah, I tried to run 60 miles. I was like, what?
Showed me at the gym warming up. I'm just going for a quick 10.
What?
I'll die.
Yeah. I ran 2 miles with you like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Were you barefoot?
No. But basically because he needs new shoes.
Oh, it was. we were running 9-minute miles. Which
is legit for you. Yeah, that's awesome.
I like how you said that, because for you.
Or like legit in general. It's great.
For you, it's slow. That was like a recovery one. And I was, and I can't remember what the girl's name was that was running with us. You two.
Kat, I think.
Oh my God, you were just like chatty and you were having a good time.
Oh, Sarah. No, Sarah.
Oh my God, you were having a great time, and I was fucking. Oh, I couldn't. You asked me a question. I was like, don't talk. Why? No, I can't.
Fuck these people.
I know, at a certain point in time, I was like, I feel bad because he's not involved in these conversations. So then I was like, hey, Robbie. And then he was like, and I was like, okay. I'll leave him out of it.
Yeah, I ran a 12-minute mile with Gretchen one week, and Gretchen was like, "Oh, this is great for you," and I was like, "No, I'm dying." And she goes, "There's no way you're dying." I'm like, "No, I'm fucking gonna fall over. I can't talk right now." It's like, but it is funny to you. It's like 12 minutes is
it's a
crawl.
speed walk.
Yeah.
It's a speed walk. Yeah. I don't even know what my average it was at my best. 9 probably.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
9 is very good. Like, you are better than the majority of runners.
Oh,
The
well,
vast majority of people.
I hope that's right because
no, it's so true.
Because we ran for
That's
18
true.
minutes. It was 2 miles,
Yeah.
18 minutes, 2 9-minute miles. I got back to the gym, and I was.
It's just a different type of fitness. It's not the type of
Thank you for
fitness
making me feel better about that.
that
It was
you
very
do.
embarrassing.
It's so much impact on your body for an extended period of time. And if you're not used to it, it's a different beast. Your heart rate spikes unlike most other things. You know what I mean? Even if you're doing a HIIT workout in the gym, it doesn't spike the way that a run will do to you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I think you're doing great.
So that makes me feel good. Like my hamstrings would argue with me.
Yeah.
Nothing hits my hamstrings like.
Yeah.
Really?
Fair. That's fair.
Nothing.
Huh.
Oh,
I never feel my hams.
I always feel my hams.
Oh my god! Whenever we run that night, like I'll cramp up in bed. I cramp.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'll wake up in the middle of the night cramping.
Oh.
And I deadlift a lot.
Yeah, I know.
I use my hamstrings a lot.
Yeah.
So
Do you do hamstring specific, like super hamstring specific, where you're isolating them?
I mean, just my deadlifts.
Just your deadlifts.
I mean, we do always in the hinging.
Do you ever do?
Twice a week? My
You
hinge.
do
Big
some,
hinge
you do a lot of swings.
I do a lot of swings.
That's true.
So
What about RDLs?
I do a lot of RDLs.
You do a lot.
I do
Single
a lot
leg.
of swing. I do a single leg.
Okay, because single legs are great. Curls are great.
Nordics.
The Nordic curls maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. I'm doing those. Those are the fucking worst. If you want to shred your hamstrings up,
Literally.
Nordic curls, and they're humbling.
Oh,
Because you think it's like you look at people, you could watch it, Google a video of somebody doing a Nordic curl,
hamstring curl, yeah.
and you watch them and you're like, oh, that's easy. No, you're fucking
Straight
stupid.
down.
They're
Straight
not
down.
easy.
It's not easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's your split?
Well, things are a little different right now because I have 3 herniated discs in my back, and I can't train really for running. So I will talk about what I normally am doing when I'm in season for a race, because that's like my standard and that's where I'm normally at. And then I'll just talk about what I'm doing right now because it has to be a lot different, unfortunately. But normally when I'm in season training for a race, and I can talk about off season also, I am running every day between 6 and 7 days a week. Some of them are double days. You know, I'll do 8 in the morning, 3 at night, or it's whatever it may be, and I'm building up my mileage throughout the training cycle, right? So let's say I would say I normally kind of hang in the off season at like 50 to 55 miles a week, and then when I'm in season for a marathon, I'm doing up to 80. So I'm doing probably, I'm working my way. I'm working my way from 50 up to 80 miles a week.
80 miles a week. Let me digest that.
Yeah.
That's more than 10
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But you have your big long run on typically Saturday or Sunday, and so that may be between 15 and 20 miles. So like that's a big chunk of that 80, and then you split the rest amongst the rest of the days, right? And then two to 3 of those days are quality days, right? Which means it's a speed work day. So I'm either doing a hard run on the treadmill if the weather sucks, I'm doing a track workout, or I'm doing like a fartlek or a tempo outside on pavement. And that I will say when I'm in season, I'm tired all the time. You know what I mean? So like normally I really, I love lifting, it's very important for me. It's important for me aesthetically, but it's also important for me like strength, like injury prevention, increasing my power when I'm running, my mobility, my agility, all the things, right? But when I'm in, what I try to do is when I'm in my off season, I try to lift a solid 3 to 4 days a week. So that, because I know that when I'm in season, my lifts are going to be lacking because I'm just so fucking tired. And I also know that, like we talked about earlier, running just, it eats away your muscle, right? So like I always drop between 5 and 10 pounds when I start running hard, and a lot of it is muscle. Like there's no doubt about it. I'm less shredded, I'm less, defined, and if I could do, 10 pull-ups when I'm in my off season, I could do 6 when I'm in season. So, and I just know that that's going to happen. So I just try to hit it really hard in my off season, try to gain a lot of strength. But when I'm in season, I would say I try to lift between 1 and 2 days a week. Obviously 2 is like the, what I'm aiming for, but again, it just depends on the week. It depends on how tired I am. It depends on what my mileage looks like. But every time that I lift while I'm in season, it's going to be a running specific sports performance, strength and conditioning type workout, right? So it's going to be, the things that I'm going to be focusing on are stability, single leg strength, agility and power, working through different planes of motion, like working through your transverse plane versus frontal versus sagittal, and injury prevention. So those are going to be the things that I focus on, versus when I'm out of season, I am focusing on really building strength. So that's when I will do my heavier lifts, like, taking time to try to get my squat up, my deadlift up, my clean up, my overhead press up, leg press, things like that. Right now, because I'm injured, training just looks a lot different in general. I can't do any heavy lifts. I can't do any compound movements, which really sucks. So I'm doing a lot of fucking lunges, a lot of single leg stuff that I can tolerate. So like a lot of step ups. I'm doing a lot of core because I'm trying to stabilize my spine. So I'm doing a shit ton of core and pelvic floor. I do a lot of upper body because it doesn't bother me, right? So I'm doing a lot of pull-ups, I'm doing a lot of shoulder work and things like that. I'm just kind of doing things that don't bug me. So I do I do machines more often than I normally would. Like more leg press than I normally would, more like abductions and adductions than I normally would. And then I just try to run like 3 to 4 days a week, and then the off days I'm on the elliptical, which is the most boring thing on planet Earth.
It is the most boring.
Or because it's the winter, I'm snowshoeing. Like I'll go out and snowshoe. So that's what my training looks like right now, and I'm just hoping that I don't have to get back surgery. I have another compound cortisone shot on Wednesday, which means I get 5 shots in my back, and it's the second one, so they're hoping it'll work better than the first one because the first one didn't work. So yeah, so that's what my training looks like right now.
You gotta adjust to.
Yep, to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. Is that the first one?
Bum, bum.
That's our first one in 4 episodes, right?
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of all of that and what our workout routines look like, obviously everybody's different. You have to find what works for you. And we talked about this a lot in like the second episode where, you want to find what you can stick with that's going to bring you joy, because you don't want to be, or at least not make you hate it, right? Like you don't want to be hating whatever it is that you've chosen to choose as your form of exercise that day.
Unless you're on the mode
I hate all of it.
Do you?
Unless
fucking so much.
Unless you're in the phase of punishing yourself.
Yeah.
And you
Okay,
go
fair.
in it knowing that fucking sucks.
But I would
You
say,
have to do
but
it.
for our clients and for our listeners, I would say you don't. Like if you're not that type of person, which not everybody is,
right.
You want to find something you enjoy, or at least don't hate, because you're going to be more liable to stick with it. Like the amount of people who tell me I hate running,
yeah,
and I don't want to do this, and I'm like, then don't do. You know what I mean? You're not gonna do it. If you hate it, you're not gonna do it. Do I hate it a lot of days? Yeah, but like deep down, I love it because I like to punish myself, and also it does bring me joy. Like not every day right now because I'm in pain a lot, but like on a day when I can go out and run pain free and I feel like I'm flying, there is nothing in the world that meets that feeling. Nothing. And I feel, and the way I feel after I lift too, like if I lift for an hour, I do a HIIT workout or I go to CrossFit and I like hammer it for an hour, like the fucking adrenaline rush after that, and the dopamine dump, it's amazing.
It's like, I hate going up the incline. Fucking hate
the
it.
Manta incline?
Oh yeah.
But I love running down it.
Okay.
I run down it. It takes me 15 minutes to run down. I fall every single time. People cuss me out every single time.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and I cuss them back too. Fucking
Good.
Because most people are on their headphones and they're going like this, and I fly past them like, "Hey, you're assholes!" Like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Catch me? You can't catch
Absolutely
me.
not. No, but
so I fall every time. I get cussed at every time.
you fall and you're okay.
Yeah, I fall usually on my butt, never forward.
Oh my god.
And I usually
I don't even watch.
I turn my GoPro on and I'm usually wearing my mariachi hat.
No.
Which is fucking heavy. So I got videos of me.
I want to see this.
I did not know this.
I didn't either.
I'm usually shirtless with my mariachi hat.
Oh my
And my phone
god.
is playing Mexican music. And
Oh!
I'm holding my GoPro and I'm running down.
This is the best thing I've ever
I
heard.
have plenty of those.
Oh my god.
But when I get to the bottom, the high,
The high.
adrenaline, my legs are shaking.
Yeah,
I can barely
yeah.
stand, but it's like,
Yeah.
my god,
Yeah.
fucking awesome. And my high remains for days. It's like, I did that.
That's how it feels after a marathon.
Yeah.
Especially when you get a PR. It's the best feeling in the fucking world.
Like
you
your
wanna,
body is.
You want to cry with joy for like 24 hours.
My body is shocked as fuck, but I feel so
Yeah.
good driving back home. Like, I did that. Let's fucking go. Yeah.
You hate everything? You hate.
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
See, I would have no idea. I would have no idea because you do so much of it, and like the
It's discipline. It used to be
Yeah.
I was motivated for a long time,
okay,
and
and now it's just discipline.
it's
You
just
feel like you're
discipline.
not.
I have to do it.
It
It's
must,
something
it
you
must
have-
get done.
I mean, I get
It has
that.
to happen.
I get that. I think we go through seasons. Too.
Yeah, like deadlifting. I'm always like, that's my favorite lift. It's the most, to me, it's like my most beneficial lift.
Okay.
But I fucking hate it every
Yeah.
time. When you're going to the heavy lifts, when you get into the end, your last, two
Yeah.
sets, you look at the bar and you're like, this is the last thing I want to do. And it is, and I think it's C.T. Fletcher that says it maybe.
Oh yeah.
I could be wrong, but he's like, commit to the lift.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's the number one most important thing is when you go into the lift is you have to tell yourself you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, when I walk into a lift, like if I'm going to pull 6, there is no, I hope I can do this.
I'm gonna fucking do it.
You
It's
have to
so
say it
mental.
like, and I don't want to do it. You walk up the bar, I'm like, I don't want to do this, but it's like you are going to pull that 4 times.
Yeah.
You're going to do this 4 times, no matter what,
Yeah.
and it.
That's how
sucks.
That's I'm not like that with lifting. I probably should be, but I'm like that when I get to the track. I'm like,
I
you
can
don't
see
have a
that.
fucking choice. You're gonna run 6 by mile.
And you have to do it.
It's 5:50 pace,
You're
and you
doing
don't
it.
have a fucking choice, and
You
it's
have to
going
do
to literally kill you. And I get so nervous. Do you guys get nervous?
Oh, yeah, so
I
I
get
get
so
nervous.
nervous.
Yeah.
I get nervous.
With my because I'm in competition with myself. It has nothing to do with anybody else.
I get nervous going into sculpts really bad. I
Do
get
you?
high anxiety
Really?
every time before that class starts. Right when it starts, Ruthie's class primarily.
Wow.
Her class, you go into that and it's just like,
Are you
there's a
gonna
girl in there.
survive?
Her name is Mallory. I don't know if she's been to the gym, but Mallory every time she's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Fuck this." She's like, "You're not over it yet." I'm like, "No, I still have yet to get used to it."
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm getting to the end of my strength phase, it's like you see the bar, it's like I don't want to be here, I don't want to do this, but it needs to get done. So let's go.
What bothers me about you, Heido? This is what bothers me.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
Yes.
Here we go.
So bad. Is I strength train all the time.
Yeah, I know.
All the time. There is no breaks on
Every
it.
day. Yeah.
Heido will just pick up strength training for 3 months
Yeah.
and beat my numbers.
Oh.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, you fucking do. You just haven't strength trained in a little while. I know for me, I was so proud of my overhead squat, and I just was like, dude, you should try this. And Jairo took my max, close grip, not even the wide grip, close grip, and just fucking. Oh, and I was like, how often do you do this? He's like, never. I've never done this before.
What was it?
It was like this is back then, but it was like 150. It was like 150, 150. It was 150 pounds overhead. Close grip.
Well, you can do close grip because he's so fucking mobile.
Very mobile.
I give it to
Very
that
strong.
because of mobility.
Yeah.
Deep, all the way deep into it. Not no speed. It's not like you bounce in and out of it. It's like you go down, you sit there, feel it. He's good. Stand up. I'm like, this motherfucker. I've been trying this for years.
I've had the same feeling. A friend, Puerto Rican friend, when I was trying calisthenics and I had my flag, and it took me forever to get L-sits and flags, and this motherfucker was like, oh, let me try that. He got a fucking flag within 3 tries. Flagpole.
Holy.
You fucking asshole. I've been working on this for years, and you just did it right in front of me.
That's wild.
Fuck you, man. But I give that to the mobility that I've spent so many years doing.
Mm-hmm.
That and now it's just like, okay, we can handle the weight. I can handle the movement, but I can handle the weight.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that right now, but yeah, I feel the same way with some people show up and they bust a handstand. I've never done it. Fuck you. I've been training for this for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys had to like advertise the perfect split for a generic client, what would that look like?
Push-pull legs. Well,
I know, with caveats, obviously.
it depends on what your commitment is. Most people say I can do 3 days. If you can do 3 days, I'm like push-pull legs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
for the average.
And then what about how much cardio would you prescribe?
Well, doing something every day.
Doing something every day.
Yeah, get your
like
steps.
try to get 10,000 steps.
I say
would you
8,000.
8,000.
I always tell people if
yeah.
you can get 8,000, you're in a good spot.
Yeah, I would agree. I think 8 is a really good place
I think
to start.
10, we just round it up to 10, but I think sometimes 10 becomes daunting for people because they don't hit that goal.
Right.
And if you can just hit 8, a good 8 is good. But 4 days is 2 upper body days, push pull, 2 lower body, squat, hinge.
That's usually what I start every person that's just inexperienced, novice, 2 upper, 2 lower, if they can fit them in, and then just walk.
Yeah, for sure.
And if there's if there's a sport that you practice, or there's an activity that you like, do you ride your bike? Oh yeah, I love riding my bike. Then go on a bike ride. Do you like dancing? Yeah, well then dance.
Right. No, literally. Yeah.
People hate jumping rope too. It's kind of like running because they don't get it.
But it's one of those things that once you practice it, it comes so quickly.
Yeah, you have to whip yourself a few times. And muffin top. Oh God, or your face. But if you can get past that, then you actually enjoy it. But it's like it might take forever, so you can try, but you might hate it. But if you fall in love with it, like I did, it's great. Mm-hmm. But if you can run, walk, jog, ride a bike, anything that gets your heart rate up. You like shadow boxing or punching a bag.
Yeah, totally, absolutely.
Most people are like, oh yeah, I have a bag in my garage. I just have to hang it. Fuck yeah, do that. Don't even jump in your car and drive to the gym. Stay home. Punch the bag for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. That's more than enough. Mm-hmm. Anything that gets you moving. Mm-hmm. And then you're ready for the next step, and you're ready for the next step. And all of a sudden they find themselves like, I fucking love this. I'm running, I'm lifting, I'm swimming. Can you just jump in the pool? You have a rec center nearby, jump in the pool, swim.
Also so low impact for people that have like injuries and stuff.
So it's like, I'm trying to figure out what can we get you started with. Because a lot of people walk in and they're intimidated because they see that guy's doing this, that guy's doing that. Like everybody's a professional at this. Yeah. I can't do that. No, you can. You just have to start. Where can we start you?
Okay.
I ideally think, for me, my opinion, is full body every day. So I feel like that should always be the ultimate goal for people. It's like, hey, you should hit every muscle group every day somehow.
The other thing in regards to that is that women actually, we recover quicker than men do from strength training. So women actually do better with the full body stuff too, because we recover quicker.
I think it's the next level. To me, that's the next, like.
Well, I think that the split, the body part split is so bodybuilding, and it got so marketed to the bodybuilders. You hit chest one day, biceps on Tuesday. It's like,
but then it got so marketed to everybody generically, and then before you know it, even like a generic client is doing that, and you're like, you're in here twice a week. You don't need to split.
You're only doing curls for an hour. It's like, why?
Right.
When you could have done so many things, and it's like, well, because I work out with my boyfriend. Usually, ladies, I work out with my boyfriend, so he's gonna be doing curls and tricep extensions for an hour.
And my frustration with that too is like, how does that functionally help you in your life?
It doesn't at all. It doesn't at all.
Zero.
At all.
Zero.
So I feel like the byproduct of working out is that you have a physique. That's a byproduct. But if you make it, me and Nate, bodyweight Nate, we were talking about this. Most people that go into hypertrophy are doing it only for aesthetics. That's the only reason you're doing it.
Yeah.
If you were to train for function, mobility, strength, you're still going to get the benefits of your physique.
Yes.
But then you become mobile, you become, and that was my problem. For years, I just did hypertrophy and bodybuilding, and I could not move. Yeah. I couldn't move. You know, I was, you're sore, you're fucking sore horribly. You can't reach around and touch your back. I mean, I had a tough time doing it. I mean, just little things that you can't do when you're just blasting. But if you are doing mobility, functional movements, building strength, trying to work your cardio, you have something well-rounded, you're going to get the physique.
And you know, you obviously do have to parse out your client's goals within that, right? Like if far and above their goal is aesthetics, fine, right? But if they have any goals of ever running a 5K or hiking a 14er or, you know, being able to chase their kids around, like, then you should be having some functional movement in there.
Yeah, a perfect bicep peak is gonna be worthless.
It doesn't do anything.
Anything. So if there was a pyramid with priorities, my foundation is gonna be health.
Yes.
Are you sleeping? Are you stressed?
And that's also why you need to implement cardio. Like so many people are like, oh, I don't need cardio. All I need is the strength training. And it's like, for aesthetic purposes, you may be correct, but like, what about overall health? Like, let's talk about your cardiovascular health. Do you want to live for a long time? Where do you want your cholesterol levels? Like,
I tell them jokingly, if there was a zombie apocalypse, you want to be able to run, but you also want to be able to fight these motherfuckers. Tackle them. So strength and your cardio.
Yeah.
So if there was a pyramid of priorities, I would say health is the number one.
Yeah.
Your levels, you get a blood test. Where's your hormones? Are you sleeping? Are you? Next level would be performance. Can you run? Can you jump? Can you press? And the last would be aesthetics. Okay, do you want to? If you get your health and your performance right, you look at a fucking gymnast. I don't think gymnasts are very worried about their six pack. They just take care of everything else, and that kind of comes naturally. You're a few steps away from that.
So true.
Do you need to tighten up for a bikini body, or you're gonna go to the beach and you want to lean out? Okay, then you restrict a little more. But if you got your performance right and your health is on check, your blood level, your everything else, your hormones.
Right, you're already gonna be halfway there.
You're pretty close. Yeah. You're pretty close. So, I learned a lot from Mike Dolce. He's he's a nutritionist for UFC, and I learned a lot from him. So he always said, you want to be 6 weeks away from your ideal physique. Maybe you fuck around and you eat the ice cream and you fuck around, but you're not too far off. Yeah. You're always, for men, you're always between 12 and 15% body fat. For women, it's going to be different, obviously, and women carry their fat a little different. And it's, but for men, it's usually 12 to 15. You're not obese. You're not shredded, but you're looking good. Yeah, for sure. Move, and do you want to get single digits? Then you tighten up, you kind of go into that deficit, but it's not forever.
And it shouldn't be forever.
It shouldn't be forever.
Thing too. If you're always at 5% body fat, it's like, kind of like what you were saying, you're probably sacrificing a lot in your life to get there, and are you actually enjoying your life? Or is your entire life built around...
And what does it really matter?
Can you take it with you when you die?
None of it matters.
Probably not.
I think that's a huge shift that has happened for me. That I'm becoming a parent, and it's like I was used to be so obsessed, and that was a huge part of my identity. to be this person that could do these things and
Yeah.
look a certain way, and now I can't, and now I
Yeah.
don't. It's like,
You gotta just kind of change your mindset around it.
yeah, I cannot identify. The 6-pack doesn't make me. I make the 6-pack. It doesn't define me.
Right.
The car I drive, the shoes I wear, the my cool handstands, like that doesn't define me.
No.
I'm still the same person. I can just do those things or have those things. So it's like a reshifting of.
Yeah. I like
Because sometimes I punish myself a little bit, like, man, I feel this and I feel this, but it's like I'm still the same person. I can still get it. Right now, I'm focused on other things in my life, and
Yeah.
I can still appreciate it. And it's like, man, and they motivate me, like other gym goers, and I see you guys fucking training. It's like, fucking motivates me to get back in. Sometimes my clients motivate me more than I motivate them, and I tell them, like, you push me to do this shit again.
Absolutely.
I'm excited that you're doing this because you're lighting the fire back in me. I fucking want to do this. So I had to let go of those things that I was attached to physically, and that defines me, and I have to do that. It's like, I don't have to. I want to get back to it, but I don't need it as much as I did. I needed to identify myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Done?
Anything else we want to chat about before we call it?
I think that was good.
That was
Okay, cool. Okay, one more cheers. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Yes.
Next week? Next
Or 2 weeks.
At some point.
At
Yes.
some point.